takes a lot to make a stew.
A pinch of salt and laughter too.
Scoop of kids to add the spice.
A dash of love to make it nice. And you got too many cooks, too many cooks, too many cooks.
Hello, everyone. I am Andrew Lawler, and I'm from the Nagel cohort.
That's
cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
So the other day, I was trying to decide what I wanted to have for dinner, and I became fed up with how long it took me to decide on what I wanted to cook and how long it takes to figure out what I need to grab from the grocery store. It always seems to be a bit of a hassle putting together a shopping list of items that aren't already in the house. So the solution I came up with is PanTree. Now I have a simple-to-use tool to speed up the process and make cooking dinner easier. This morning, I made an omelet for breakfast, but I happened to use the last of the eggs in the house. Thankfully, I was able to make a trip to the Quick Trip down the road and pick up a dozen eggs and a few bananas. So I'm going to log into PanTree and update my kitchen's inventory. So it looks like here I actually misspelled potatoes. I want to update that really quickly. And I now have a dozen eggs in the house. My tomatoes sadly did not get used in time and they ended up going rotten. So I'm going to get rid of those from my inventory. And then lastly, I'm going to add the bananas that I purchased. Now that my PanTree is updated, I think it might be time to decide what I want for dinner. Tonight, I'm kind of feeling chicken tacos. So here we are. Ooh, this Epicurious recipe. I've made this before. I really enjoy it. Let's make it again. I'm going to add it to favorites this time. So the recipe has been added to my favorites. I can easily access it in the future. Now I'm going to add some ingredients to my shopping list to make it easier. And as we can see, the recipe is now in my favorites and the ingredients are on the shopping list. I got bananas this morning, so I'm going to remove that from the shopping list. I don't need kosher salt in the house. I'm going to make more tacos than I initially thought. So I'm going to update that to be last but not least, I want to add some red bell peppers to make my recipe a little bit more nutritious. As we can see, that gets added to the bottom of the shopping list. Now it's time to go to the grocery store and grab some things, and we're ready to cook. I can go back to my favorites. I can open up the recipe and find the source recipe to get all of the directions and a little bit of more of a description. As we can see, PanTree can streamline and simplify everyone's kitchen experience. Some technologies that I used on this project include React, Redux, Sagas, Node, Express, Postgres, SQL. For styling, I used Semantic UI, and I also used a third-party API called Edamame to access a database of recipes from around the internet. The toughest challenge for me to overcome while developing this app was retrieving a user's saved favorites with a call to the Edamame API. I was able to overcome this hurdle with the URI encoding that is a function of Axios and the use of promise objects for handling the many asynchronous calls to Edamame. Now that the users have a quick and easy way to find recipes and make shopping lists, the next feature I'm excited to introduce will be daily suggested recipes on the user's homepage. I'd like to thank my instructors, Casey, Edon, Chris, for teaching me so much in such a short amount of time. And I would also like to thank my cohort mates and my family for all their support throughout the program. Once again, I'm Andrew Lawler, and this has been PanTree.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.